Well, here I am again, crazy old guy, trying to figure out what's going on in the world and not having a real good, not doing a real good job of it, you know? So no big surprise. Trump won all the big things he was supposed to win yesterday. He's got the nomination pretty much in the bag, and like everybody's saying, it's Trump versus Biden. And I can't. I mean, if it wasn't such a important thing, if it wasn't, I don't know how to go about saying this. I'm having the words just. If this wasn't such a important issue, this would be comical. Two old guys battling out, you know. That would be something for like Saturday Night Live or a WWE event, something like that. That would be pretty cool. But as a situation where we're theoretically we're electing the leader of the country and not the free world, trust me, we are no longer the leaders of the free world. We are. America is not number one anymore. We may be number one only because we can produce the most weapons and whatnot, but in terms of guiding the rest of the world, not a chance. We're gonna find ourselves in deep dog shit pretty soon, and I don't know what to tell you. You know, uh, Nikki Haley is saying, she's not going to support. She's withholding her endorsement of Trump for the moment because he has to prove to her constituents that he's not completely fucked up, which is an impossible situation. He can't do it. I I suspect that she will soon endorse him because she's a Republican, and that's just how you do it. If you don't want to be ostracized from politics, if you don't want to be gone, I mean, if she doesn't endorse him, she may have to leave the country for her own safety. That's the way Trump's going to react. He is a miserable old bastard. He is a vengeful little prick. He, senility doesn't describe him. I don't think he's senile. I think he's just batshit crazy. I think he has been for a long time. I think he's selfish, arrogant. Uh, what's the other word? Never mind. It'll come to me later. I just think he's out of control, and he'll be completely out of control. He thinks the Supreme Court decision keeping him on the ballot is an endorsement of his policies by the Supreme Court. Therefore, the Department of Justice is going to leave him alone. Um, they might have to. They might not have any choice in the matter. If he gets reelected, well, let me put it to you this way: if you think this election's going to run smooth, or you don't think it's going to be any rougher than last election, the January 6th insurrection, whatever you want to call it, you have absolutely no idea what's going to happen this time. It'll be worse. Okay? Even if he loses, it's going to be worse. The violence, level of violence. January 6th would be, he lost that election, all right? And you saw what happened. If he wins the election, those people will be his police force. Okay, I'm not safe down here. I've never been. I've never. I have my own. The criminals down here make it unsafe for me to walk around a lot now because I'm older and I can't um, react the way I did when I was, 60. Never mind 78. Um, and I'm here asking you telling you that from my own personal experience, I don't think either one of these two gentlemen, that's a loose term, I don't think any of these two gentlemen are mentally qualified to be president. And that's from my own personal experience, my own faults with my memory and my ability to think and my ability to react fast. Can I still think? Yes, but I think it's slow motion. It's just like, I want to tell my legs to do something, they don't operate right away. Everything's slower now in my brain. It's clear, don't get me wrong, I'm not massively confused or anything like that. I do forget little things every once in a while. Um, but I can still dress myself and go out in public, by myself and not worry too much, except I might fall down. Um, but I don't, from my experience, you forget stuff. You're not quick enough to react to situations. With logic. You can he relate. Trump reacts to situations with bullshit, whatever's wandering through his head at the time. He Now, are they going to debate each other? I don't know. That could be fun. You know, um, both of them will be probably flooding their heads with oxygen prior to it, so that they can make decisions. It'll be it's pre-organized, pre-rehearsed. I mean, it's all done already. When you go to a debate, you're allowed only to ask certain questions. You are allowed a specific amount of time to answer, which of course doesn't mean anything where Donald Trump is concerned. Um, the media will have absolutely no control over it. Uh, Trump will make it as personal as he possibly can, and he will do whatever he possibly can to rattle Biden, because he believes Biden's old age will affect his responses. But I believe that the responses, if the questions that are asked are not given to them in advance, if they're spontaneous, Trump will lose. They'll both lose. You'll see them both for what they are: old men, unable to make decisive decisions in the heat of the moment. And that's important for a president, because we're in a situation now where countries are looking at us and going, "We got him this time. We can take him this time." The Ukraine is a situation where you're watching it, and you're going to see that uh, Russians are going to be able to win there. That's because nobody's supporting. We're not supporting them anymore. Israel, Trump is saying to the Israelites, to the government, go ahead and bomb them. Let's end the situation. That's not going to end the situation. That's going to get the rest of the Middle East involved in it. That's going to get Russia and China involved in it. And we're just not, we don't have leadership right now that's capable of dealing with this rapid developing situations. And the leadership is not just the president, it's the various parties. Look what goes on in the Senate and the Congress. All right? McCain and Biden used to sit down every once in a while when they were in offices, separate offices or whatever, and they would negotiate. Negotiate is not a word that's out there anymore. Trump makes this big a big issue about his ability to make a deal, to negotiate. Well, you understand those deals only benefited him. He would not sign a deal, he would not get involved in a deal unless it benefited him more than it did the other person. It's not going to work that way anymore. The deal may benefit him at the expense of us. Something we're going to have to give up and are going to have to worry about years from now. Right? Okay, look, it's, what am I looking at? Wednesday. And I'll probably maybe be back later on. I don't know. Things develop. I'll come back. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.